Guess what, all you shooters and reloaders out there, and Three Circles passengers and members, we're in the spring season. And that means we're getting ready to do grilling outdoors with our propane. So I went down and got a couple of propane tanks at the propane swap. We're ready to do some grilling. I've got one in the grill already and two backups. And there's where we're going to have dinner for 10 tonight. And we haven't set up the table yet, but we're going to get on it right now.
This is a mix of fresh parsley and rosemary from the garden. Fresh garlic, lemon zest, lemon juice, olive oil, a little bit of onion, a teaspoon or so of salt, and I'm just sort of making a paste out of it. It's basically a chimichurri.
And what's going to happen with this? Are you putting that in the lamb?
Sure, try some. Right, reach your finger in there. Get it on camera. So this is I'm going to use some of this on the leg of lamb as a sort of rub on the outside when it gets a little further along. So if I put it on now, it'll get burned and then it'll be nasty. So this for now can just kind of sit here because you've had salt and pepper on them most of the day.
We have some rack of lamb fans here.
Yes, we do. And so eventually I'll rub them with a little olive oil and we'll pop them on the grill. And these only take like 15 minutes. The leg of lamb will take an hour or so.
Okay, and this is the leg of lamb. There's the leg of lamb roasting in the grill. Today is Easter Sunday and commemorating Easter. Happy Easter to all of you out there. We're having leg of lamb, and also rack of lamb tonight for our commemoration.
And
so what Nick's doing is indirect heat there, and the burners are on the left and the leg of lamb is on the right, indirect heat, and the most bulk of the leg of lamb is facing the heat.
And while that cooks, I'm having a pretzel roll made fresh today.
Yours?
Made by me, yeah.
Oh boy. The pretzel rolls that Nick makes are famous in this locality.
Countries, weather, all the things. So
homemade rolls
they go up or down,
that Nick makes. Fantastic rolls.
Let's say we go to Italy,
and we have some little snackos here. And for the non-fans of lamb, we have salmon. So the salmon is good, and all the guests are starting to arrive.
Actually, this will get a glaze on it, and that color will improve.
Look at that nice grill marks already.
This way. I turned this down a little bit. The temperature was at 550, which is a little hot.
Well, as you know, my dad was a butcher.
Yeah.
And you know,
big difference today than it was when your dad was a butcher.
Well, he used to complain. He would say that the butchers at Safeway and Lucky, they really don't know the art of doing butchering.
Totally.
Because what they're using bandsaws. They're using bandsaws to saw right through the meat and everything.
Yeah, they don't know what the muscle group is.
Yeah.
And they're just, it's a steak, it's a chop, it's a this, it's a that. It's like.
Okay, now you're basting it with what?
This is a blend of olive oil and sesame oil. Eventually I'm going to transition to a garlic, that herb rub that we made earlier.
Oh yeah.
So this just stops the skin from, or the outside from getting too desiccated, which you have a risk of when you're doing long, slow side cooking. Like this is that herb rub that I made earlier.
And you just baste it on the whole thing?
A little bit on the, and so the other side I turned over to color it up. And in a few minutes I'm going to put this back over on the side, put some more of this on, and so we're just going to kind of cook, dry out this baste. If I turn it over, you can see how there's flames right down here?
Yeah.
That's the oil that's in this, that's running down the side. And it's just going to make the right mess and turn this into a black pile of horribleness.
Well, there are times you like that, but not this time.
Yeah, lamb doesn't do so well. Yeah. And burned aromatics like parsley and rosemary and what have you, garlic, they just don't taste very good burned. There you go, so you can see we got some nice color on that side.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, let's get this over here somewhere out of the direct. And once this is dried a little bit, we might eventually put this back over a more direct heat setting just to kind of finish this off.
So here comes the oiled asparagus.
Back cap.
So
Like
there's nice fat on this side.
And you can see there's several different sources of rack. So this one has, they're basically the same rack, the same piece of meat. But this one has been Frenched, which means they pulled off the fat and the meat from the very tips of the bones because it's very sinewy, chewy. Whereas this one has not been Frenched. So this is what it would look like if you cut it right off the lamb.
Cool.
And
So you want to put oil on this side.
so you want to put oil on the side that doesn't have any fat, especially on the flesh. Because
Or it'll dry
stops
out.
it from drying out and it helps with the flavor and et cetera, et cetera.
Good to know. Time for direct heat on that leg of lamb.
Yep. I got it down low so it won't get annihilated.
Meanwhile, we ate some of the
The horrible
Asparagus.
asparagus.
to sample it, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
Just delicious.
Had to make sure it was okay before we poison our friends on Easter.
Delicious.
Magic sauce.
This is olive oil and sesame oil and some pepper.
And some garlic salt, which I'm not usually a fan of, but because I'd rather use real garlic.
Rubbing it on liberally.
But the problem with real garlic and the grill is that the garlic burns. So garlic salt is actually not so good alternative.
Now on the grill.
I think this is for the
It's for these things.
lamb.
Yeah.
Oil?
That's the one.
Pardon?
I don't know. You can just rest somewhere. It's cooked, so probably best just to. So some of that flame is the fat from the top, and some of it is just the oil that I rubbed on it. We'll cook quickly.
6 minutes on a side.
Reduce the flare up.
Call this flame broiled leg of lamb.
Exactly. Rack of lamb.
Rack of lamb. Flame broiled rack of lamb.
So I turned the temperature down so it. Look at that. Hardly any color on that side.
That's a hummingbird. Right there on the bottom edge. Yeah. Still kind of rare.
Johnny likes her well done.
I know she does. No lamb for Zonia. She's getting salmon.
She gets salmon.
Alright. We're just gonna get a little mountain of these over here.
So you don't recognize that was the huckleberry meat?
No, I thought maybe I didn't know what it was. The flowers kind of look like manzanita.
A little bit of basting with Nick's favorite sauce there. His secret sauce.
The mystery I made it up this afternoon
Know what
sauce.
that is? Even now, you don't know what that is.
Now these have been coated with the sesame and olive oil.
Yep. This is just romaine lettuce that Jan has a massive excess of, and so we're experimenting to see if you can actually grill it. So this is the chef snack.
We're turning over the lettuce and
Wildly, because it's flaring up like crazy.
Yep.
This is all the lettuce from the very bottom, which had all the extra fat on it. And I got basically, I'm going to turn a couple of these off. Try to smother that. Fingers crossed.
yeah, he didn't see the wood.
I don't see the wood.
But you
It's
built
easy.
all that.
It's easy to miss.
This looks like when I cook. I didn't expect this from you, Nick.
It's not my grill. You know what? There's all that damn fat on the
On the lamb.
Oh no, on
lettuce.
on the lettuce.
Yeah.
I cooked all the lamb fat away, the worst of it.
That's okay. It's going to be very delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. It just doesn't look so good for now.
From inside when you see 3-foot flames.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm in here. This is normally what happens when I cook.
I do remember the 3-foot flame day. That was pretty impressive. Alright.
Yeah, JC was like, if one starts running, I'm gonna run too.
You missed the show.
Yeah. Which one?
I show.
Arturo show.
Oh yeah, Arturo's been cut off.
You sure you didn't cut your ball?
No, I was fine. I just missed one step.
He got the wine. He jumped on it. And his foot got into this.
What happened was he thought he needed to make wine and he was looking for the grapes to stomp on. You want to do another little basting
I
one?
do, yeah.
I'm done. I'm tired. Like Linda asked me, you okay?
I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
See a nice little grill marks going on.
There should be feels guilty.
Oh well.
Tomato.
Exactly.
Ooh, salmon.
You sure you want to think?
I'm good.
Did you get a pretzel roll?
No, I'm not going to do that. It's bad.
Way lamb should be. Nice and rare. Of course, there'll be people who go, ew.
It's a boogie monster.
This, really, when it's really young like this, it's just fantastic.
I know because mine has a little more than you.
When he was in he used to collect Hot Wheels. And I used to work at Toys R Us in Santa Monica. And so he came up to the stock room and we basically literally opened up every single.
He doesn't want to sweat or anything. But a super nice guy. Big shoulders. Yeah, and he does imitation. He does an imitation of what's his name?
Well, Nick, we appreciate you doing all the work and using your expertise.
My pleasure. You know, I love to cook.
That your husband's kid. But he looks like it. Never met. He looks like
Cookie.
So there's a rack of lamb. What kind of soup is this?
Lamb soup.
Lamb soup.
Oh boy.
Birria, actually.
And then salad, asparagus, and the fried
He did.
romaine
Made
lettuce.
some birria.
And then there is
nice.
the salmon on the end.
This is you guys don't want any of it. It didn't come out.
Fantastic meal.
Yeah, right. If you're keeping it was really
And
good.
here is the leg of lamb.